I'm in the kitchen today. I'm ransom Ryder. Cabbage. Let's talk about cabbage. I'm hungry and I want to do some cabbage. My grandmother, my family, we loved cabbage. We raised a lot of cabbage. And I always enjoyed it on occasion. But my grandmother, she really, really loved it. And she would make cabbage soup. She would make a cabbage stew. But today, let's bake this. Let's bake this cabbage. And I am hoping that I'm absolutely gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it. This is a nice big fresh cabbage that I just brought in from my local grocer. I wanna slice this into some wedges. And this is gonna end up being a Parmesan garlic roasted cabbage with some red peppers and some olive oil. I think it's gonna be really good. Now, my knife, I really thought it was sharp, but as I'm working with this, I'm thinking, I need to sharpen this thing. The proper tools in the kitchen are so important. Now, I wanted some big pieces. Stay together, cabbage. Stay together. I wanted some big pieces so we could oil these up and get them dressed, get them baked. And I might not have done the best job on cutting those. And I want enough of these that I can just fill my pan up. If you've got 4 people, fix 4. If you've got 8, fix 8. Get a big pan. All right, I'm gonna set that to the side. I'm gonna put my knife over here out of the way. The cabbage, it's kind of ready. I have my well-worn, much-loved cookie sheet, and I'm just gonna lay these out. That has a little bit of the core in it, but I'm okay with that. I love cabbage when it's turned into kraut. I'm a big fan. Now this pan, I have sprayed this with some non-stick cooking spray. And hopefully, I won't have any cabbage stick to the bottom. Do I need a little bit more? Maybe. I might have to slice another piece. I think that got it. We'll spread those out a little bit, make it look full, because it's just gonna be you and I. It's gonna be you and I gonna eat this cabbage. I'm excited about it. All right, let's start the best part. All right, I freshly grated some Parmesan Reggiano off of my block. This is an aged version. Check the recipe below to find out exactly how much that you need to use. But let's just be direct with each other. I like extra cheese in mine. I'm a fan of extra cheese. Thank you, bowl. So the Parmesan is in there. And I want to come in with about 6 tablespoons or so of extra virgin olive oil. This is a cold press, single origin. And you want a good quality tasting olive oil there. I have some fresh garlic. And I need to cut that up. All right, I'm just gonna rough chop my garlic. This was about 6 cloves. But I love garlic. I could have used a few more here, but about 6 cloves of garlic with a good rough chop. I often admire all those folks on YouTube and other channels where they just make such a beautiful, this is going on top of the olive oil in the Parmesan, where they chop just like professionals, because they are professionals. I'm doing this at home because this is a meal for you and I. Let me get all of that off my chopping board. All right, now I want to come in. This is about a tablespoon of soy sauce. And this is a regular soy sauce. In it goes. And I'm a big fan of that. I'm soy sauce. I'm gonna put just a tad of some red pepper flakes in there, and then I'm gonna set the rest of these aside as a garnish. And then since I used a regular soy sauce, I wanna go with caution on the salt. But we can taste this, and you can salt it a little extra before you serve it. You wanna taste your food before you put it out. Give it a taste. You're the master in your kitchen. You're the commander. Give your food a taste before you serve it because this kitchen is yours. Give it a taste test before you send it out. This is some rice wine vinegar. Oh, that smells so good. I am one of those folks, like a malted vinegar. I could just really just drink malted vinegar. I love it that much. Let's give this a stir. I'm gonna put a little fresh black pepper in there. I just feel like something would be missing if I didn't have some fresh ground black pepper. All right, let's give it a stir. Now, I wanna bring over my cabbage and let's try to get some of this on. I have my brush and I'm just gonna dip it and brush that olive oil and those flavors on. And because I grew up in the mountains, I'm gonna take my batter bowl and I'm just gonna spread a little of this right on my cabbage pieces. Sometimes you just gotta get in there and dig. Get your fingers dirty, get your hands dirty. But I'm gonna pour that on and then I'm gonna brush it. Oh, that cheese, man, I don't wanna leave any of that behind. And you will not wanna leave it behind because all of that is just the added flavor that we want on this. Look at this one, it got a lot. This one's mine, I'm calling it right now. As children growing up, we used to love, when we found out like what my mom or my grandparents were gonna be having for the main meal, we called the pieces. You know, if it was chicken, we called the piece of chicken that we wanted. I always liked the thigh, I really did. I went for the thigh. Now, if you wanna be super efficient with this, you could turn it over and do both sides. But I used every bit of my dressing, my garnish. All right, now I have garnished that, as you can see. I hope the camera, and I'm gonna give this one to you. I'm gonna take that one, and then anybody else that shows up, we got some extras for them. Let's bake this in a 425-degree oven. And remember that ovens cook differently, so watch these. And I wanna cook these probably for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then we could come in and give them a flip and brown them on the other side. And if you had extra dressing left over, you would actually dress the other side. I used all of mine on top. So let's pop these in the oven and see what we get back. Give me about 25 minutes. Now I have just pulled these out of the oven. They smell delicious. They've got a nice brown edge. Let's take some of these up and get them on the tray. And I'm gonna move these over to my work area. Ooh, that looks so good. Look at these. Now this is the one that I wanted for me, so I'm definitely gonna snatch this up and take it to my workstation. Brown, crispy, beautiful cabbage. Meet me in just a moment, we'll eat these. I've cleaned up my mess, I've washed a few dishes, I've plated this. Come and get you a piece. This one right here, it's the one I promised you. I want you to have it. Now, let's do a taste test. Full confession, I grabbed a little bite and it is so good. So good. I'm gonna get some of that cheese. Just gonna cut a few pieces up. Oh, they're still steamy hot right out of the oven. I just can't describe how wonderful this smells. Now I'm gonna come in with just a little bit of salt, and then I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of fresh Parmesan right on the top. Oh, look at this. Let's dig in, let's try some. Oh, that vinegar. I'll put a few pepper seeds over that. Little punch of heat. A little bit more of this Parmesan Reggiano. You just can't get enough. This is tasty goodness from the word go. Call your mama, call your family, call your friends. Let them have this recipe. It was quick, easy, delicious, so good. This cabbage, you're gonna love it. I know you will. Give it a try. Leave me a message, a comment. Share one of your favorite recipes. The journey in the kitchen, so much better when you share it with friends. I'm gonna have some more. It's tender, but there's still a crispness to it, just the way I love it. Oh, come try it. Get you a chair right here with me, and let's enjoy this together. We'll tell stories and munch on this cabbage, and we'll have a glass of tea. I'm Ransom Ryder. Cooking is something I absolutely love, so don't worry about hanging out with me. You and I, we're gonna have some good times. Bye. I'm gonna finish this. Bye.